Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Monday, Monday, Monday. You know what time it is? It's SlideJawb Racing time. And this Season 4 Cup is brought to you by the Colonial Riders. Let's go racing.
Welcome, race fans, here tonight at SlideJawb Racing League as we get ready to take on round 3 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, where these guys are going to be slipping and sliding here at this track. Track temperature is 108 degrees, and it's going to be a fun race to watch as to see how these guys can manhandle these cars around this track and everything. And it's going to be fun to see who's going to win this one. But I am going to be, accompanied by Brian Johnson and Zach Hall. How you guys doing there tonight?
Hello, everyone. We're doing, well, I ain't going to speak for Zach. I'm doing pretty good.
Well, I'll echo that. I'm doing pretty good also. Here, happy to be in Atlanta, one of my favorite mile-and-a-half racetracks, to get some SlideJawb playoff action on here. So,
yeah, and that's what they're going to be doing here tonight, SlideJawb, because this track is tough on the tires, got no grip, old surface, and the track, as I said earlier, track temperature is 108 degrees here tonight, this late afternoon. So, man, they're going to be taking on a tough track.
That's for sure.
Atlanta is one of the oldest track surfaces we have on iRacing, so it's tough on tires. It's bumpy, tough to handle. Sometimes it can be slippy and slidey. Sometimes I think with a 108 degree track temp, I don't think it's going to be too bad, especially with this package we got. But it's definitely going to be an interesting round 3 of the playoffs here tonight.
That's for sure, Brian. It's gonna be interesting to see what kind of lines are used throughout this race. That's what we're going to mostly. That's probably what you'll hear mostly. What me and Brian blabbing on about tonight is, that guy's running a little bit different this way. This guy's running different because this is a track where you're going to see multiple grooves come into effect. And early in the run, we're going to see this pack racing like we've seen. And then as the run goes on, like Robert said, the tires are going to begin to fall off, and we're going to see them start slip and slide and start to really fight to get that clean air and really want that clean air. So we're going to see how guys ride around this racetrack, as we say. Not a one groove racetrack here tonight, a very, very usable race surface.
Yeah, I think kind of in the old package, it made this track somewhat of a single lane racetrack, but this new package really brings out the other lanes. You can run 1 and 2. You can run low, you can run middle, you can kind of run high. You can either do a shallow entry, or you could have a really nice wide arc into it. 3 and 4, I really think it is more of a one groove track. You can make that middle and outside lane work, but I really like entering low and staying right next to that white line in 3 and 4. I think that's where you get the most grip here, as we got Bryson Clark here on the pole so far.
Yeah, this is an interesting racetrack, Brian. I tend to always say stick to the white line here. It's always led to me pretty good success. This racetrack, and to really keep your exits nice and straight and not let the car slide here. But we can see those other grooves definitely come into effect. There's definitely people who can make it work, and that's the beauty of this racetrack, is different driving styles need different things, and we're going to see who can make their driving style the best, as this is, of course, a fixed setup, so everybody here is under the same equipment. So it's pretty competitive.
Yeah, I think for sure. That's what this track highlights best, is the different types of driving styles that everybody uses, and it's we're definitely going to see it here tonight in its best form. But round 3 of the playoffs, we are here now. We got Dylan Parker in the lead in points with 1,098 points. William Almond behind him by 5 points, and then Bryson Clark in third with he's behind by 10, and then Hendricks behind by 12. And then Matthew Piscata in 5th there. He is, let's see, how many points is that? That's 18 points out. But Matthew Piscata is not going to be here tonight, so he's going to lose that points kind of advantage he has on everybody else. From 6th through 9th, we have a point differential of 5 between those 5 drivers right there. We actually got 9th is tied between 2 drivers, so it's actually 6 through 10. So playoff battles still pretty pretty competitive here. I think anybody in the top 5 besides Matthew Piscata, he's going to miss tonight. So I think anybody's going to have a shot up there if they have solid races. But I think those guys 6th and 10th right there, they're going to need some really, really good races to delete that gap that they've put themselves in here. Because Dylan Parker definitely has a major points advantage over most of these guys.
Yeah, I think, Brian, that the 6th position there, you got Darren Cole, 7th Gavin Martin, 8th Matthew Chastain, 9th is tied with Eric Moore and Derek Newsom. I think between those 5 guys right there, they're going to be fighting for that 5th position really in the points. I see these top 4 as really the guys with the real chance for a championship here. I mean, we do have a few races left, so there's still possibilities out there, but I just see the top 4 as the guys to really win or to beat, I guess you could say. So yeah, it's going to get down to the nitty gritty, but I'm sure top 5 position in the points, and even you're helping your team in the points, because that's huge, because I believe we've gotten word, Robert, now on what the prizes are going to be, right, for winning this season.
Oh yeah, we do. Well, we got 2 more rounds to go. I know we head to Bristol next week, which is going to be
tough.
Yeah,
that track can take anybody out. So we have 3 races still to go, with including this one.
Right. Yes. But yeah, the prizes, and this is pretty. If you ask me, this is a pretty amazing, and I give all the props to their sponsor, Colonial Riders, for this one. They just got done holding their poker run, their big poker run that they had there in October that we were talking about a couple episodes ago, and episodes. I was actually thinking of Dirty Air there, but anyways, yeah, we were talking to them, and we actually got to talk to the chairman and all that stuff there. But the prize purse for the championship is $350. Okay, now that's just not it. And the team champion owner at the end of the playoffs also gets $350. So somebody can have a winning car plus a team champion can come out $700 in the next 3 weeks. $700. I'm fiberglassed right now. I mean that's awesome for sim racing in general. You don't hear much of that when it comes to an internet-based game, racing game. You know what I mean, guys?
Yeah, I was gonna say, in the sim racing world, $350 is basically hitting the jackpot.
Yeah.
Here, sim racing is not known for its big, huge prizes. So, any money you can win by doing well in this is definitely a big reward, and that's just huge. Big kudos to Colonial Riders for putting that money up, as well as I think they held a fundraiser, and they're gonna be able to provide provide some meals to some vets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, veteran families in need.
Yep, Thanksgiving and Christmas gonna be fantastic. That's just a great cause, and it's just awesome.
Yep. Yeah, and we are actually getting some word here, because we are in qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. At the moment, it shows Dylan Parker on the position P1 here. He's actually going to receive a EOL sub penalty here, because he ran his lap after qualifying ended. So actually, this will put Darren Cole on the pole. So the 10 car will start on the pole, and our points leader will get a EOL at the start of this race. So he'll start 16th. So
yeah, well, Darren, yeah. I'm not entirely sure how iRacing is going to do that, because if Dylan Parker gets an EOL, it's going to move Bryson Clark up. This is whoever's in that row.
Yeah.
So Bryson Clark is going to be in that pole position, because I'm not sure if they allow the pole sitter or the leader during the starter restarts to choose their lanes. I mean, obviously, I think at this track you would want the inside lane, but Darren Cole would have to still start on that outside line.
Right.
Second, so.
Right, and that's the software system there working itself.
Yeah, that's nothing that anybody can control really, other than.
Also, these guys do on the starters control by green, so first start. So,
yeah,
technically, the green is controlling the start here. So really
not a huge advantage.
Yeah, so really the third place man there, Bryson Clark, will start on the inside row most likely here, and Darren Cole will start second anyways. But technically, Darren Cole will be on the pole, I guess you could say, because Dylan Parker's time will not count.
Right. All right, well, we got about 10 minutes to go here, so we're going to take this time here quick to give a big shout out to our tonight's sponsors of tonight's race and Freaky Fast Broadcasting. First off, I want to give a shout out to Colonial Riders. Thank you for sponsoring SlideJawb Racing League. They do appreciate it much too. Link in the description is below on YouTube and Facebook. You can check them out by going to their pages and our page on Facebook and giving them a like, and also the link in the descriptions are below for the sponsors on the Freaky Fast side. You can click on there and go to Dirty Air Podcast. Make sure you give them a like, and you can also go check out Ford Entertainment Group PC, or known as FEG PC. The mission is to get you into a driving sim of your choice: iRacing, Project Cars 2, Race Room Experience, or any one of many sim racing titles available, as well as other PC gaming titles. It could be Call of Duty, the new one that we're all addicted to. I had to throw that out there. But yeah, make sure you go check them out over at fegpc.net for your sim racing PC needs or gaming needs. If you're looking for a great system already pre-built, already comes pre-overclocked, systems tested, stress tested, and make sure it's all running. It comes with a 3-year guaranteed parts fixture, and I mean their labor, and it's just the system and everything that they offer to everybody out there is top notch for any gaming title out there. And speaking of that, after we you get that PC there, Brian, you got somebody out there that you would like to throw on that PC.
Yeah, you got to go to iPitting.com and go set yourself up over there. In the motorsporting world, whether it's in real life or in sim racing, numbers mean everything. And the more numbers you know, the better you can improve. So iPitting, it's a browser-based web tool designed for your iRacing teams. It allows you to create an iRacing series board for your team that allows your teammates to see a clear vision of every bit of data they need. They can see their schedules, the results of their latest race, the championship points in that series that they're doing, any series, and other standings and all sorts of data over there. You can also they make it very easy to post to all sorts of social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and makes it super easy to live stream to Twitch. And the man behind the curtain over there at iPitting is constantly working on it, and putting some great updates out, and he does a fantastic job. So definitely go check out ipitting.com.
For sure. And I'll go ahead and do
right ahead.
Brian's like you said, you got to get your PC, and you put your iPading on it. But I can tell you something you can do on Wednesday nights at 9:00 Eastern on your PC is check out the Dirty Air Podcast. And that would be Brian Johnson. Also, he's my co-host. That's our podcast where we do a little sim racing chat and a little bit of motorsports chat there too, and have a lot of cool stuff going on where we talk about fantasy sports involved with motorsports and football also. So a little bit of other sports involved. So if you ain't got nothing to do on Wednesday nights at 9:00 Eastern, you can check us out on Facebook live on Facebook at 9:00, like I must point out, and that is at Dirty Air Podcast on Facebook and at Dirty Air Podcast on Twitter. And you can also, if you can't catch us live, you can find us on iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play, all episodes. So thank you for everybody out there that does tune in. And if you want to come check something out on a Wednesday night at 9:00 or after that, we more than welcome you to come give us a chat at the Dirty Air Podcast.
That's right. Yep. Make sure you check out Dirty Air Podcast on Facebook and all them platforms that Zach said. But All right, well, we're down to 6 minutes left to go here in qualifying. We did talk about what's going on here in qualifying, so everybody sees up in the ticker and the scrolling there that's not actually set, but that number 3 is going to fall to the back, and we're going to see how aggressive he's going to be to try to move up through the field, guys. You know, is he going to save tires? Is he going to try to slice and dice his way up through there? Is he going to try to ride? Time will tell, because we know that number 3 is a fast car, but sometimes he gets a little out of hand, if you ask me. In a nice way.
He's a very, very aggressive driver, which usually leads to success. But you know, sometimes things are going to happen and get caught up in some things. But that's just how racing is. But yeah, I see him coming up through the pack fairly quickly. You know, in this package at a mile and a half like this one, saving tires, I don't think it's going to help you all that much. Especially just, you know, early run where we're so close together, you got to get every position you can. So I don't think there's you know, there's not really any time to be saving tires when you're going to be losing 5, 6 positions while everybody else is pushing. Unless we, you know, go the whole race green, then that might be something that comes into effect. But you know, another thing that's going to determine that is the type of line you run, because as we were saying earlier, the different driving styles, um, we're going to see that with what the what line the drivers take through the corners, but every line wears the tires differently. So it's yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what type of comers and goers we're going to have tonight.
Yeah, birds. All right, Statman Zach Hall, Captain Crunch down there. He is doing some Captain Crunch. What are we looking at on fuel mileage here?
Fuel mileage tonight, so we do have a 75% fuel load, so 3/4 of a tank here tonight at SlideJawb Racing at Atlanta Motor Speedway. That would probably equate to, Robert, I'm thinking around somewhere around 38 maybe. You know, I'm going to have to go back to some numbers and crunch some numbers. Since you told me I was crunching numbers, I was sleeping on the job, I think, with the crunching numbers there.
Oh,
so
Brian.
we'll get some numbers crunched up, though. Hold on. It'll take a few minutes, but we'll get that, too.
Yeah, I mean, a rough guess is probably going to be pretty close, but yeah, at Texas, which is where over at Racing Freaks we were at this past weekend, you could go on a full tank. You could go 50 laps at Texas, which is the same length as Atlanta is here, a little bit different. So the fuel mileage might be a little bit different here than it would be at Texas, but I would imagine it'd be fairly similar. So 50 laps on a full tank, 75% of 50 is somewhere around upper 30s, low 40s. So it's probably a pretty close guess. You know, looking at somewhere between maybe 37 to 41.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause some of these guys can save a couple laps, you know, I don't want to say slower cars, but the cars that run, you know, 2/10 slower is going to save a lap or two more than what the faster cars are going. So some of these drivers, you know, depending on how this all falls, because trust me, I'm one of that knows that I see, you know, everybody out there pitting, and I'm like, wow, I still got 3 laps to go. You know, fuel, and everybody else is ducking in because you're running 2/10, 3/10 faster than me per lap, which adds up in the overhaul of the long run. You know, on tires and fuel, depending on what track it is. I don't want to say too much on tires, but definitely on fuel. So I play that game of, okay, if I'm 2/10 slower, that's okay. I'm holding my ground at least, and you know, I'm saving fuel at the same time. And if it all plays out, I should be able to at least get a top 5. And there was a couple opportunities I had to get a win. I just didn't play the fuel mileage that correctly.
Well, yeah, there's that, and then the other thing here tonight, we're talking about, you know, the various lines you can run here. That's also going to play into the fuel mileage factor. If you're running on the bottom, it's a shorter way around the track, and more than likely less throttle time, so you're burning less fuel running around the bottom. If you're running the very, very top near the wall, you're taking the long way around and potentially have more throttle time, so burning quite a bit more fuel up there per lap than the inside lane. So that also goes into the fuel mileage game. So if you're kind of short on fuel, maybe you have to change your lineup a little bit. It might be slower, but if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. It is good. I'm excited to see if we're gonna have a fuel mileage race tonight. That would be kind of fun.
Yeah, I just did the numbers up, guys. I'm thinking about 40 laps is about maximum what we'll see tonight here around the Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Okay.
All
All right.
right.
Well, if we think here, a little less than a minute here to go. 40 laps. They got a stage at lap 60. If there's a yellow, in between there, hopefully not. But if there is, how many stay out? Do they play the game of stage points? And that all is a factor too. We didn't even talk about the stage yet. It all depends when that yellow flies. How long do they, stay out? I'd recommend not staying out on old tires at all. Always come down and get it, but depends when it flies. Some drivers might come in and top off and be able to make it to that stage yellow.
Yeah, I'm thinking if we go more than 2 laps on a set of tires, I think everybody's gonna be coming down to pit unless they're at the back of the pack and want to get some track position. I think the tire fall off, being in this big, huge pack like we are, I think you're gonna want those fresh tires as we're starting to grid up here. And
All right. Yepers. So
want me to
let's
run through that real quick?
Yep, let's run through the grid. Brought to you by Dirty Air Podcast. Again, make sure you check them guys out on Facebook and all the platforms that Zach said earlier. But the stage is yours, Brian.
Alrighty, well tonight we have I'll say it like this: we got Dylan Parker on the pole, but he did not pass inspection, so he's going to be given an EOL there. So we're going to have Darren Cole in second, outside pole. Right beside him is going to be Bryson Clark in third. Then we're going to have Noah Mowry in fourth, Davey Hendricks fifth, Derek Newsom in sixth, William Alman in seventh, Matthew Chastain in eighth, Brian Dees ninth, Caden Atkins 10th. We got Ed Burrell in 11th, Zach Probst 12th, Eric Moore in 13th, Jade Bell 14th, and Corey Cook in 15th. I decided to go through all of them since not many of them here tonight.
That's right. Yeah, we're looking at what, 18 tonight that we have showing? No.
Yeah, we had 15 cars qualify. I think maybe we'll have maybe 16 or 17 guys in the field tonight. I think one of those guys up there on the board might be an admin. I'm not entirely sure.
And it looks like we might have a new driver in the 19 of Carl.
Carl Handwerk. He actually was removed earlier, so.
Oh. And the 99 of Foster?
Yeah, Kevin Foster. I've seen him before. I think, like I said, I think he might be an admin.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure.
All right.
Is he on the track? Yeah, he's not on the track.
Yeah, I see. That's what I was asking. I see two drivers that did not grid, so I wasn't sure what was going on with them guys there. All right, well, we're getting ready to go green here for 135 laps. Gonna have a yellow at lap 60 for stage, and this is gonna get fun. Watching these guys move around, do a little slipping and sliding. Well, track temperature actually dropped down a little bit, so that'll help the slipping and sliding there. But we're gonna wait for that. It went down. Yeah, definitely, and the air temperature dropped down a little bit too. So I'm not sure how this is all going to play out, but let's enjoy the ride, everybody out there in the TV land world and streaming world, and get ready to get freaky nuts and greens out.
Good restart. That 8 was all over the 10. He was ready to go.
It looked like Wolfsman already, Brian.
Really?
Some of these guys are to deal with, I think, all night long. But yeah, definitely something to watch for next caution. But or next restart. But yeah, Darren Cole there in the 10th, shout out to the lead. Bryson Clark falling in the second. Bryson Clark needs a big race today over Dylan Parker. He's the man within striking distance right now. So also looking at the 18th, starting 7th there. He's up to 3rd here on the first lap. So remember, he's the winner not too long ago at Daytona. Or was it Talladega?
Yeah. A couple of weeks ago there, I believe it was round 1 year of these playoffs. We had William Alman win that one, and then Dylan Parker win last week.
Yeah, Richmond.
Scored 2x2, first through fourth. The 8 hot on their tail.
Yeah, we're going to see this probably for the first 5 or 6 laps before these guys really start to wear these tires out and start to spread out a little bit.
I think at this track, you're not gonna be flat foot quite as much as you would be, say, at Texas or Charlotte, just for it being an older track surface, not as much grip in this asphalt as we do at other places. Ooh, the 18 got a little bit tight there. Managed to stay off of the 38. Davey Hendricks, who also would a good race tonight, would really help him in this playoff battle.
Yeah, really, the 3 guys that have good nights. And we have a car in the back spinning. I'm trying to see who it was. He saved it. It was Jade Bell. He saved it though. He didn't touch nothing either, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Whew. It was close. He was looking straight dead at the wall coming off 4.
It looks like he just got a little bit tight, 3 and 4, for whatever reason. Kind of scraped the wall off of 4 and managed to say that was a great save.
Really, really was.
Got a little bit right front damage, but should not be fast repair worthy. Should be able to get that fixed by your guys, and it'll be all right. There's 22 manages to break that 2x2, take this lead. Mostly followed by Davey Hendricks, who's putting on a pass for second. He almost hits that safer barrier heading into 3. That's something we didn't talk about. You know, going into 3, that safer barrier kind of comes out. It's easy to hit that on entry.
And around the outside, Davey Hendricks goes for second.
Really bombing
a lot of laps last week at Richmond there, Brian. And just continue to lead laps and get bonus points. That's what he's got to do. And about to monitor where Dylan Parker's got to. He's up to 13th right now, so he's passed a few cars. I think he's being pretty cautious about this, which is smart.
Yeah, I think, just keep the car clean. It's really early in this race, only lap 6. Still got to stage the bunch these guys all back up, so no need to panic right now. So that 38, he's trying to look to the outside of the 22. And this is where, after 5 laps, 6 laps, this is where, these guys starting to spread out. This is where we're going to see the different lines start to take form. See, 38 kind of wants to take a higher groove, and 22 a little bit lower. About run the same line there in 3 and 4.
Yeah, really letting the car come up on exit there off the exit of 4. It's going to be a good battle here as Darren Cole slots on the inside. David Hendricks this time, but Bryson Clark kind of running about one groove off the bottom. Davey Hendricks a couple grooves, and Darren Cole right on the bottom. So very close knit racing here.
And this is about the time we should start seeing these tires start to take, around 10 to 15 laps is when I think, like Brian said earlier, that you're going to have to start lifting a little bit, get the car to center and turn, and try to get a straight line coming off.
Yeah, you can already see the 18 was getting a little tight underneath, guys. The 10 was getting a little bit tight. But what I did see something I liked from the 18 there in 1 and 2. He was painting that white line with his left side tires, which is, I think, where a lot of grip is right on that white line. In 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. They're all in a line, this whole field is. 38 still hot on the 22.
Yeah, definitely. And then got a pretty...
got a pack back here.
Yeah, that Burrell getting past the 17. Oh, I don't know who that was, actually. It was the 2. Yes, the 2 of Caden Atkins.
He
blinked out.
Hit the wall. And
Yellow flag is out.
62, Zach.
Oh, and the 4 just missed him by Paul there.
Zach didn't even hit the wall. Wow. That could have been a lot worse for them guys. How did that not get up worse?
Let's go back on the replay and see on the 2 there, because he blinked out and then came back and then caught the 61, I believe it was. Not sure if we can get... Yeah, you can see him blinking on the backstretch. Oh, he caught the wall and then came down and got to 62. All right.
Yeah, Dylan Parker didn't see him there because he was blinked out. He started coming up a little bit, and he blinked back in. 2 was worried he was going to get hit, so he hit the wall, trying to avoid the 3.
Wow. We need to let Caden know that Halloween is over. We're not playing trick-or-treating no more. You don't have to blink and hide and come back and scare everybody. It's time for Thanksgiving to get fat and yummy food.
Yeah, I think we're going to see everybody come and get them some yummy tires because they're starting to turn to chewing gum right here at this racetrack. It definitely eats away at them.
Yeah, I've said it earlier. Tires are gonna be key, especially here at this track. You can, if you push the car really hard and try. Ooh, as the 22 almost skid through his pit box. Ooh, so did the 8. But wow, it looks like pit road's a little slippy there, guys. You know, tires. What I was getting back to is tires are just so key here. You can abuse them for the first 8 laps, maybe 10 laps, and you're gonna pay the piper. I mean, you literally, you're going to fall off within the next 5 to 10 laps. You're going to feel the effects. So you got to play that balance game of try to keep up with the field, but at the same time, save your tires, but don't lose no ground to, you know what I mean? So you're always playing, how hard do I drive this? So even though you know your car's faster than some other cars, you still got to tone it back, I guess. I know it's hard to try to tell a race car driver to step it back a little bit and stop going as fast as what you think you can, because of tires, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, luckily with this package we do on these A cars, with the first few laps being pretty much flat foot, when you're flat foot right around the track, you can't really push it any much more than that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but as those tires do start to wear, just be wary about your tires, the heat you're generating into them. Just try to keep them as cool as possible and you'll be fine, as we getting some shade on the track now. Speaking of
cool. Soda Can Johnson with his cool Mountain Dew.
I actually got sweet tea.
Oh, sweet tea. I should have known that.
Following the nickname.
Gonna have to paint you up a sweet tea car. There you go, Zach. Get him a sweet tea car.
I did sport a Bojangles car at one.
Yep. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. On the back it said, what did it say?
It's bow time.
That's right. I had to remember because I'm always looking at the back of your car. So
you don't have Bojangles up there in Pennsylvania.
No, we don't. No, we don't. Nope.
That's a shame. That sweet tea is delicious.
Well, it might not be bow time. But you know what it is, guys? It is go time because the space car is about to pull off.
Oh, wow. That was a fast yellow. All right. Oh, okay. All right. Well, waiting for that pace car to go in and ducks in here, and we're getting ready to go back green. Bryson Clark takes off, goes down into turn 1 with the 38 of Davey Hendricks falling right behind him.
Yeah, Bryson Clark wastes no time getting them back going. So he wants to get it away from this 38. He's been hounding him since the beginning of the race. He really hounded him down as he was a shove coming out of 2.
That he did. This is where the race is closest. This is where, if you want clean air, this is where you got to go get it.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in, if you're first, second, third, fourth, fifth, try to go get that lead early in the run, because then you're going to have the clean air later. And tires are going to thank you. The car's going to thank you. Fuel tank ain't going to thank you, but that's okay.
No, but look who's coming through the field, slicing and dicing in that number 3. He's now up to what, 8th, 7th there?
That's 8th right there. Corey Cook's in 7th there, with side by side with Matthew Chastain, the 18 William.
That car close.
Wow.
Yeah. 38 was to the inside of Bryson Clark for the lead there.
Yeah, Davey Hendricks
might clear him.
To the lead.
Clears him by a ton.
Bryson Clark fighting back a little bit on the outside, but Hendricks there off into 3, goes down to the bottom with teammate Darren Cole.
Yeah, very key for all these playoff guys is if you lead a lap, that's a point right there. So try to get yourself a lap led.
Bonus points can come in handy, and the stage will be coming soon. They can't make a hero from fuel either, so We got to push hard here because this may be a short run for a short pit here. Get to the end.
Ooh, 18. Hit that safe repair. You're going in.
Yeah, on the entry, just like you called, Ryan.
Oh, that's
It
kind of
sneaks up on you so much because the wall and the safety barrier are both white. It's kind of hard to tell where it starts, but once you hit it, you figure it out.
We're right along with the 10 here, guys, and coming down the backstretch here, and you're going to be able to see what Brian there's talking about right there. Wow, look at that. Yeah, like you said, Brian, it blends right in. You just all of a sudden, bam, there it is.
The problem is, depending on your driving style, you might want a wide arc going into 3. And so you want to get as close to the wall as you can, but it's very easy to get a little bit too close, which is another reason why I like entering low and just staying near that white line, far away from the wall.
Dylan Parker making the pass around the top there. The 3 car around the top of the 18. That was a very nice pass. He's starting to use the very upper groove back here in this 3 machine.
I was gonna say, I think he is the only one right now running that high on the track as of right now, and he's got it working for himself. And he's way up there.
He definitely is.
Yeah, I know in the.
Sorry.
Oh, you go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, teammates up here, Darren Cole, are slightly starting to break away, and Bryson Clark, who wasn't a leader, he's got Meyer back in traffic a little bit under the attack of Matthew Chastain. So it shows you how much clean air can just affect your race. And he's got Meyer back here to 3rd. It's gonna be tough to get back by these 2.
Yeah, it definitely is. I think, first, obviously, got clean air. No problem here. Second is not too bad because you're only dealing with 1 car here, but definitely 3rd and on back would be very, very tough because you're dealing with twice the turbulent air that second place is. It could be pretty difficult. As Matthew Chastain looking on the inside of the 22 gets a little bit tight in the middle of 3 and 4, is going to have to back out, loses a bunch of momentum, and now is going to be under attack from Derek Newsom.
Got a battle back here with Matthew Chastain and Derek Newsom too. They're side by side. Corey Cook's there in the Budweiser.
Ooh, that got tight.
Ooh.
7 want to come down. 75 wanted to turn a little bit later.
Well, they all make it work.
And 61's frustrated right now because he's getting runs after run after run. He can't go anywhere because these guys are too wide.
And that's what I was ready to say there, Brian. He's got a fast car there in that 61 Budweiser, but he got nowhere to go. And now we're going to get a single file. Oh, Dylan Parker just got into the 75.
75 closed the door.
Yeah,
Ooh, sorry. 61. Yeah, sorry, Zach. I just seen the 61 slide up the track.
Yeah, look, a little bit of the 75 squeezing the 3 up into the wall. Didn't see the 3 coming as fast as he did. The 3 didn't lift. And then the 61 here got into the door a little bit of the 7. So hard racing going on here for the 5th position. Or 4th and 5th.
Yeah, I mean, 75 wasn't too far off the wall. I don't think it was wise to stick your car in between the 75 and the wall right there, that little opening he had. But, definitely shut that door late.
It looks like they all got a single file now, and they got it all figured out for now. So, but that damage there on the 3 there, Dylan Parker, that's not gonna help at all. You can see he's already struggling already as it is.
Let me try to get closer look. See what he's got. Yeah, a ton of right front damage.
Yeah.
Some right side, right rear damage. That's just gonna make the car plow all day.
Yeah, he's gonna want a caution and fast. Which, well, we do got a caution coming up here within about 30-some laps, but that's a long way to go.
Yeah, I mean, that's a full school run right there. As Zach said earlier, these guys are still going to have to pit before the end of the stage. Can't make it all the way.
Well,
so we'll see who runs that tank out, who decides to split this in half. As 7 almost hits the wall out of 4.
And you know what? I was just ready to start talking about, Brian. We're 15 laps into this run, and this is about where you're going to see the car starting to push, starting to slide. All depends on how your tires are and the line that you're running. So we'll all, everybody out there will have to pay attention to this very closely because
7 gets tight under the 61. Oh, he barely keeps it off of.
Look, 3 trying to go on the outside of the 75 there. He goes 3 up into 6th position there for Dylan Parker. That's flying back from the back. 7 though. Robert.
Nope.
Tough.
This is what we like, action-packed racing.
That's for sure. No, he goes at 3. Big running at 3.
Side at
bottom work.
Oh, that's
oh man, that's
that's
did that really well.
Wow.
You see, he lost a lot of momentum.
Yeah, the momentum loss. Wow, and Davey Hendricks has really started to put the pace on front.
Yeah, almost a second on his teammate Darren Cole there in second. Bryson Clark still holding on to 3rd place there, 1.5 seconds. Closely followed by Corey Cook.
Well, at least it's a Toyota in the lead right now. Go Toyota.
Not supposed to boot ring by Robert.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Just
my bad.
Oh, look at Dylan Parker here trying to go around the top of the 7. Does the 7 shut the door? He
does. Oh, that did not work out so well.
The 3 said, I'm going to beat Brad Keselowski and take a page out of his book. I ain't lifting.
Yeah, he's not lifting for that. I think he had every right not to do. I think he had the position as well.
Well, I can say this much. That 3 better start doing some rearview mirror driving then, because if that 7 catches him, we might see something.
Yeah, I mean,
75 took some damage. Sorry to interrupt you, Brian. The 75 also got in the rear of the 3. So the 7 looks hurt.
3 slowed up, and the 75 rear-ended him pretty hard. He catches that safety barrier. 3, yeah, 7 looking pretty bad. 75, I'd be concerned about his temperatures right now. These engines are pretty fragile in these things as of late.
Yeah.
But the Dylan Parker, he was using that middle outside lane to generate some momentum and a run off of the exit, which is exactly what he did. And the 7 just wasn't quite ready for that run. Tried to block it. That's what happened.
Ooh, and the 75 into the safer barrier on entry of 3 there. We've seen a lot of guys do that. It's very easy to do. Somebody says sliding the tires, smoking the tires for 3 and 4. That's how sideways some of these guys are. It's awesome to see them driving the race cars like this. But yeah, definitely Brian, he was working the top there, had the big run. I think the 7 thought he closed the door. The run was just too much, and Dylan Parker, I think, had too much of his nose there. I think that mostly could be the blame on Derek, but I mean, that's just tough racing. He was trying to slide up in front of him, just timed it a little bit wrong.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think Dylan Parker, he's the points leader. All these guys, they're trying to catch him, so that they got to do everything they can to keep him behind them. But as we see, he's not going to take any of it. He wants the lead. He wants it now.
Yeah, he's definitely got the target on his back. I'm interested to see when pit stops start to unfold here, Brian, because we are well within the pit window to make it to the stage, and stage points are going to be crucial.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it might pay off to pit now. I think everybody's pretty spread out. We've had some pretty close racing, but everybody's been able to save their cars and keep them straight. I think it would not be a bad idea to maybe pit here in a few laps, and about the next 5 laps, and try to pull a long-term undercut and see what happens. When 75 gets into the wall again, keep it straight.
Yeah, way up out of the groove. That's going to let the 44 there, and the 8 of Noah. Now the 21 ahead, Baroba. This is a playoff back here in Matthew Chastain. Unfortunate luck for him. He does have fast fixes. He just needs to make it to the end of the stage here. But stage points would be very, very important for him right now.
Yeah, he's right on that bubble. Actually, he's outside of the top 10 right now, and he's past Ed Burrell. It looks like he's going to be passed by the 17 here at Brian. So, danger of not getting any stage points here, which would be very, very bad playoff picture for him.
That, or he goes in, makes a pit stop now, gets that car fixed. If he's really concerned about, you know, stage points, do it now.
I got a point out here. The 61 Corey Cook there in third, running out a great race. He got the fourth there, and after we see him getting stuck behind 2 cars there, and then he got the third, and now he's actually somewhat getting to the back here of Darren Cole. I think he'll be able to get by him as this run goes on. And he's running identical times that time for each other.
Wow.
Yeah, quite identical right there. Exactly identical.
Yeah, and
Still not as fast as the leader, though.
Yeah, Davey's got about a 10th on everybody I've seen lap time wise. And and back in the back, Jay Bell gets to the wall, coming off of 2, racing with the 75 Matthew Chastain for 11th. Not too bad damage there for Jay. I think it was a light scratch, so he can easily rebound from that, and he kept it straight.
So the majority of the battles right here are going to be somewhere between 6th and looks to be 11th.
Yeah, and Corey Cook was faster than our leader last time by Brian, so 61 showing good pace here. See if he can get by this 10. And not being a playoff driver, you know, he still wants to come out here and spoil it for these guys.
Yeah, with you know, these non-playoff drivers being in the top 10, they're taking away some of those positions, which means taking away some of those points for these guys in the playoffs, which is really good for Davey Hendricks right now because instead of Bryson Clark being in 3rd, he's now in 4th. So that's just another point that Davey Hendricks is going to have on top of getting max points for the stage. It's that points differential.
Yeah, and there goes Bryson Clark right. I was about to say we're coming to 20 to go in the stage. He's going to come down pit road, get him some 4 fresh ones here, and try to get some track position on these guys.
Yeah, I think that's going to start a big snowball effect here.
Yeah, I think you'll definitely start seeing most of the guys coming in here as battle for second. It continues to heat up as Corey Cook closes in on Darren Cole there. Be interested to see when this 38, our leader, comes in. He does have somewhat of an advantage here.
Looks like he's coming in right now.
Yeah. Here comes the 38. Ooh.
It's
the fronts a little bit, but did a great job.
I think that's a good call.
Yeah.
Like you said, the snowball effect is gonna start. Like it should here in the next 3 laps, I would imagine.
Yeah,
Side by
was
side
tight.
for the lead. Corey Cook was on the inside of Darren Cole. One of these two come down. Do they stretch it longer? I don't think there's no benefit of stretching it here due to the stage coming up. I think he can come as soon as everybody else does. I mean, if you can stay within draft link, you always want to have draft link. You always want to have a partner to draft with at the beginning of these runs. It just speeds up the lap time so much having to draft. But of course, you want to be ahead of that person once you get to the point of not having that draft. As the track tip is continuing to drop. So we have some cloud coverage.
Yeah, it's about 5:20 in the afternoon, May 5th here in Atlanta, same time. But yeah, these guys, first and second, Darren Cole and Corey Cook, I think they're staying out too long. I think by the time they come down to pit, the 38 and the 22 are going to be so far ahead of them that even though they do have the tire advantage after they pit, there's not going to be enough time before the end of the stage to catch them.
I completely agree. I think one of these two are going to have to fight here soon. As Fat Dylan Parker, Derek Newsom, who's coming down now.
Oh,
61 gets in the wall, and he gets in the wall again.
we were riding with him too. Oh, and now the car's crab shooting. Oh, oh man, suspension's broke. We're riding inside.
Bad. Almost
Whoa, the 17 almost lost it.
Brian Diesel.
Yeah, 61 is hurt bad.
Yeah. We were actually riding in the cockpit there with him when he did that. Now he's got to get that thing down and out of the way, which he does. But it's hurting. Oh, yeah, look at the front tire. broke the suspension, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was
hard hit.
really, really hard hit.
It's one of those times that you're thankful you're only sim racing.
Definitely. As he comes down, Darren Cole continues to go on. It's an interesting call from Darren here. Wonder if he's thinking he can catch a caution.
Well, he almost got.
He almost got one.
He almost got one. I was gonna say it almost worked out for him.
The only thing for him is the leader the first guy on new tires here, Davey Hendricks, right there behind him. He's the next car behind him. So, and Davey's running lap times a second and a half faster, so he will be by him by next lap.
Yeah.
Wonder if he puts this time right here.
And now we're seeing the difference in lap times on 35 lap tires to fresh tires. A second faster. I mean, he is just. Yeah. Here he comes.
The sun comes out. Here comes Davey Hendricks. Also, the interesting thing here is he can go till about 5 to go in the stage. So he does have a good bit more he can carry on. And the thing is, the rest of these guys are going to want to pit after he pits. So Davey Hendricks back on the lead lap. Of course, he will pit if we do get caution, most likely get your laps. And there comes Darren Cole.
There he comes.
He finally decides to come down.
36 laps. Now, the 17 has not pitted yet. The 14, Ed Burrell in the 21, and Zach in the 62. Oh, yes, have not pitted yet. So once we go through the scoring pylon here, everybody, it's going to look like... Okay, Ed Burrell's now coming in. So now our top three have not pitted, which would be... Brian Dees is 17, 14, Jay Bell, and Zach in the 62 have not pitted yet. Everybody else has did their pit cycle. So we're going to wait for that pit cycle.
Yeah, these guys definitely were caution because they were near the back of the pack. So just trying to get some track position.
Yeah, I think that's all it is track position. I mean, what do you got to lose? You're already in the back. You might as well stay out and run it as far as you can, and hope for a yellow.
Yeah, definitely. And the 62 decides to come down here, of course, and 17 and 14 continues. So they'll be our fuel guinea pigs here. See how far we can go. And this is going to be interesting, though, because if they can stay out long enough or saved enough fuel to stay out long enough, they could pit here and then stay out for the stage.
Mm-hmm.
But they won't go a lap down is, I think, my only issue here.
Right, right.
That's what I was about to bring up, is as 17 comes down, is that I'm worried that they're going to go a lap down since they stayed out so long, losing all that time.
Well, he went 39 laps, guys, and Jay Bell is now 40 laps on his stint, so he's got to be soon almost out of gas. He should be coming this time by.
Yeah, of course, 2 of those laps were under yellow.
Yellow, right. And here he comes. Whoa,
that's hot.
Oh, too hot.
He definitely sped.
He will get penalized by the stewards out there.
That was a great save, though. With pit road being as flat as it is, no rubber on the track down there, it's dirty. That was a great save. It's hard to save a car like that.
Well, we do know now they can go 40 laps on their stint there, so Captain Crunch got his numbers pretty good there.
I'm happy with that result.
Dylan Parker, he's going to end up at 30 for the stage.
Yeah.
It's out.
And Darren Cole has a long way to go to make that up here as he's running actually last lap he was way slower. He must be saving tire.
Yeah, maybe planning to not pit at the end of the stage. I think he pitted too early for doing that.
Yeah, because his lap times are around 31:53, 31:66, 31:89. These guys are going 30-second laps on fresh ones. So maybe he's running that strategy. That's an interesting point. 'Cause then if it goes green to the end, you're just putting yourself at a disadvantage at the beginning of the last stage.
Yeah, I think the only person that should be considering not pitting at the end of the stage here would be somebody like the 17, 14.
Yeah.
As well, Jade is gonna have to stay out if it's his lap back because he did go lap down.
That's interesting.
Your man in the lead right now, 3.5 second lead on Iracing Clark. It was about 4 seconds ahead of Dylan Parker.
Good job by Dylan Parker there rebounding so far. Looks like he's still got a little bit of damage. Of course, just saving that fast repair like a smart man. And he's up to third at the start from the rear of this field. We'll see if this makes this to the end of the stage. But if we start the next stage and he's in third, we're going to have a heck of a battle on our hands on it.
I think so. I think, you know, the way this race is going, it's really, whoever wins this race is going to have some really, really good long run speed, which, you know, any of these guys up front do have. Especially Davey Hendricks, we've seen him do it time and time again. Long runs.
Yeah, it looks like he's got the car here tonight to beat. But again, we didn't see what that 3 totally really has because he's got damage. So, and we know he put it on the pole, but had to start in the back then. Didn't go through a tech inspection. And I'm actually shocked on this track temperature.
Pretty wide at Derek Newsom.
Oh man, we got battle back here. 75, 17, 7. 4 wide, gonna look 3 wide coming out of turn 3 and 4. Across the start finish line, heading down into turn 1, and they get side by side again. They're gonna try it again.
Re-rack them as they come out of 2.
Yeah, this is battle for stage points here.
That is true.
Here comes the 62, I think, pit a little later, 17 also. So they're coming up on the guys who already pitted a long time ago. Chastain and Newsom. Oh, the 62 is a little bump to the side.
In the middle of the corner. So extremely dangerous place to come.
He's saying, move that space machine out of the way. I'm coming through.
As we got 2 to go here to the stage.
The 17 going to try the highest
off the bottom. Here goes the 62. He's getting pushed by Chastain.
At 75, he still does have damage, so he did use his quick fix on that green stop by.
And the 17, the 7, and the 75 lose out on stage points here, guys. Huge thing here.
Yeah, I mean, that's gigantic. The 7 and the 75, they need every single point they can get.
Yeah, and the 17 is in this in the playoffs, ain't he? Ain't he down?
Yes, Brian D is. Yeah, but
he's. What's that?
He missed the first race. So
yeah, he missed round 1, so he's way out of the points.
But anything he can get, he's going to get 9th here, so he's going to grab 2 points now. That's a net gain for him there.
Oh, as the 7 blocked the 75 into the grass, and the 75 pulls a Dylan Parker, doesn't it?
Oh man. Well, let's go back and see that on the instant replay. Let's see what happened here.
It's coming to the end of the stage.
They're coming down here in the 3 and 4 guys, and 75 is running the high line there. This 7 is coming out, and nope, it looks okay. Exiting. Oh, the 7's blocked. Oh, 7 came down a little bit, but I don't know. I got a funny feeling I'd say the 75 could have lifted a little bit there and gave a break.
Yeah, I think so. There really wasn't anything for him to gain there besides 1 spot. That wasn't for playoff points. They had already lost those the lap before, so
yeah.
You know, it is what it is. You know, 7 came down to block, but 75 wasn't quite there yet. But definitely gonna be something to keep an eye on. It seems like the 75, and the 7 not really good friends right now with each other.
All right, well, congratulations to Davey Hendrick for getting a stage win. But that being said, though, we are going to quick run to a commercial break. We'll be back after this quick word, less than 1.5 minutes or half minute, whatever you want to say. I'm totally off now. We'll be right back.
Truex in the outside, contact made. 56 slides it at a 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
All right, we're back after that quick word there from Iracing. Make sure you check out Iracing if you're looking for any kind of sim racing out there that you're interested in, into dirt, to beetle cars, whatever they're called. What's those cars called again? I apologize.
Oh, the Beetle cars.
Yeah, I call them the Beetle cars.
Oh yeah, you got the Beetle, the Volkswagen Beetle, the Subaru WRX, and the Ford. I think it's the Ford
Rallycross.
Rallycross. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
something I am god awful at.
Yeah.
Something people enjoy a lot.
Well, yeah. What's his name? That front runner in the peak race. He also runs some rallycross cars. I seen him over there on the iRacing platform running for the championship in them cars too. Zelensky.
Yeah. Was the wins? Oh, really? I didn't know he ran.
Yeah, did I until I watched the stream and went, wait, what?
he runs the Porsches too, which is the highest road. It's pretty much the world championship for road. The Porsche Super Series. So.
Wow.
Yeah, you got him doing double duty in the Pro Series there, and then you have Casey Kerwin doing double duty in the peak and on the dirt oval side of things. So.
Ain't that amazing? Congratulations to them on their talent that they have for online sim racing, because it's amazing.
You know what I like to say, Robert?
What's that?
If you can drive, you can drive.
Yeah?
Yeah, them boys can drive, so anything with a wheel and speed has to involve with turning a wheel or pressing a brake pedal, they're going pretty cool.
But yeah, that next caution, if y'all remind me, I got a pretty cool fact about one guy. He got a message from somebody who did a little bit of iRacing research and found out something pretty cool.
Oh.
Don't have time right now. Yeah, this is a pretty interesting fact.
Okay. All right, well, that official iRacing pace car is going to duck in here on lap 65 of 135 here. Green's out, and now we're going to see how this all plays out, as this last time we had a long green flag run, so.
Yeah, except this time, Dylan Parker starts up near the front. He's already got himself up to second. I think he took his fast repair, perhaps. I think he did, so very clean car.
Yeah. Interesting choice there from him. He's gonna look to go to the lead here. He wants that clean air. I think that's gonna be a very key thing to do, is stick Davey Hendricks in that dirty air. You'll see he'll come up a little bit here, and they'll touch just a little bit, but not too much contact. So there could have been a very ending to Dylan's race, definitely, with using that fast repair. But here we go, hard racing. Darren Cole coming through back in the 10. 22, Bryce Clark, final bottom. Here comes Davey Hendricks.
Whoa.
Big move from the top to the bottom.
Had just enough space between the 22 and the 3 to make that move, and he makes it right back to the bottom. He goes, gonna clear the 3. I wouldn't pull back up, and he's gonna do a crossover. The 3 is.
Oh,
Wow.
into the grass. Did an Earnhardt.
Hard racing between these guys.
Wow, look at the 17 there of, we don't talk much about Brian there, and he's up here in 5th position battling with these guys.
Oh, the 38 does another cross.
Yeah, he gets those massive runs on the backstretch and able to go to the inside of the 3, but it's not going to quite work out for him. That outside lane just got a little bit more momentum. 10's going to be drafting off of the 3. Go to the outside of the 38.
Teammates side by side.
That they are, and the 3's will get the draft to the 10. And Lewis is getting closer. These guys going back and forth.
Wow.
38. Davey Hendricks doesn't want to lose out. His Bryson Clark literally couldn't fit a piece of paper between him and the wall right there.
I thought he was going to hit it.
I thought he was going to knock the red off the side of that car, but
thought
it's there to find another lap. And look, here comes the 10.
10 gets a nose in there.
Can he make it stick, though, is the question.
That's very much so the question.
And
So
he
that's
does.
he's been working that inside lane pretty well. Oh, not quite.
Wow.
See, the thing about it is that these drivers up here, they didn't see what we saw earlier. Dylan Parker not lifting.
Yeah. Wow, these guys are just.
This is great.
Holy mackerel. I had to throw that saying in there. Holy mackerel, Doc.
These guys can race.
The 3.
Yeah, well, I was just about to say, these guys can't race any closer together, but I guess they can.
Yeah.
There goes a big run for the 3 off the top. He's going to go straight to the bottom. I think he'd be clear 38. Oh, we got a guy shot with
17.
17. Brian Dees holding on to it. Everybody goes around.
10 got tight out of 4 and lost a bunch of momentum. Here comes everybody. Back up to his bumper.
Whoa.
Ooh, holy cow.
Holy Jesus.
When the 3 slides up in front of the 10, does the 10 give him a little love? He slides up under him.
This is crazy.
Oh, there he goes.
And he's going back up the racetrack. He doesn't have a fence spare, but it's just.
Oh, man. He managed to pancake the car to the side of the wall, so not going to be terrible, but definitely not good.
Oh, man.
Wow, that was. Let's see what
Let's
happened
go
there.
back with the replay here. We can see him coming through turn. Not sure what turn that is. Okay, that's turn 1 and 2. 10's going down the backstretch, going into 3 and 4, and just not enough room. And around he goes, puts it into the wall.
Maybe he thought he was clear.
Clear, yeah.
He's trying to get a better entry, but definitely not clear. Definitely does not look good on camera.
No, it looked like they're all going for the same real estate. And unfortunately, they winded up connecting with each other, and around the 3 went, and the 10 survived it.
And luckily, Davey Hendricks, he almost got collected as the 3 was coming back up the track. He was very lucky to escape carnage. Yeah, oh man, 3 more inches. He was done.
Wow. Wow.
That 3 heavy right side damage, heavy right front damage, bunch of splitter damage, spoiler damage. It's going to be tough for him to get a good finish, but I think he can do it. I think he can salvage this race.
All right, well, I got a quick ask everybody out there how the audio is sounding, and if anything needs adjusted, please let me know. But you were saying there, Brian, you have a fact or something you wanted to bring up on the next yellow?
Oh, yeah, so we found out, our buddy Nick, you know Nick.
Yeah, okay.
So he received a message from a member of Iracing that did a little bit of research into what is the fastest lap ever recorded in an official race on Iracing. And come to find out, Nick actually ran the fastest speed, the fastest official lap time in iRacing. He did it in the Indy cars at Daytona. It was an average speed of, I believe it was 240, was it 46 miles an hour? I mean, it was pretty quick. But, so yeah, Nick holds the fastest, the speed record for an official race in iRacing.
Wow. Congratulations to Nick. Yeah, I mean that is with as many members that's on this service in iRacing and all the fast drivers out there that run them Indy cars and everything. And does he know when that record was set? What year or no?
Let me check real quick.
Okay.
I got a screenshot somewhere. Let's see, so that was... It doesn't say when.
Okay. Wow.
But it was a speed of 242.705 miles per hour.
And after all these years, again, we don't know. Okay, I guess I can't say all these years because we really don't know what year that was, but we do know of Nick that is on and off iRacing service here and there. I don't think that was most recently. I would have to say a good 3-4 years ago, maybe.
Well, it was the DW12 IndyCar.
Okay.
So the older gen of IndyCar, and for it to have been an official race, it would have had to have been before the new IndyCar came out. So it was probably last year sometime.
Okay. I didn't know he ran Indy cars.
We used to run them every now and then, but he definitely ran them more than I did.
Well,
I do like Indy cars. They're fun.
Yeah, well, I do know with the Indy cars, they scare me.
Yeah, I don't really have the mental capacity to drive them around the track for too long. I can't handle that high amount of speed, especially around an oval.
Well, I get scared with other vehicles around me because it's open wheel, so it's kind of I'm so used to having my fenders to save my butt.
Yeah, I'm used to being able to if I kind of slide up into a guy, it's no big deal. Maybe a little bit of damage, just some paint rubbing, all that. If there's no net code, we're all good. As we've seen here tonight at Atlanta, just about every single lap for the lead that last run we did. But IndyCar is definitely a different story. You hit a guy, it's big damage or big rollover in the air, this sort of stuff.
All right, well, off we go. Green's out, and we're going to see the battle again. Ooh, what happened there?
A 38 forgot to go.
Wow. In the wrong gear, maybe.
He's in the wrong gear. He's in third.
Okay. Oh, here comes Matthew Chastain, though. He's moved himself up to fourth place. He got that pink car fixed up.
They did. He's looking fast again. Up here in fourth place, trying to get third.
Whoa.
38 crashed a little bit.
Wow, and the 75 tapped the wall there going across the start-finish line, and now we're going to look 3 wide. Okay, Darren decided to back out. I thought we were going to go 3 wide into turn 1.
It was close there for a second, as this battle for the lead is still very, very heated. So they're 2x2x2, first through sixth.
Looks like we have somebody getting a little bit way out of there.
Yeah, that was Paul Turner there.
Okay.
Whew, and the race up front is still wild.
Oh, no! And the 3 and the 17 get together near the back of the pack.
The 3, this is what people, other guys
and
want to see. He
spun it.
Saved it, but that's not going to bring a caution out.
Not yet.
Caution.
Does he get thing going? He's stuck up on the...
Yeah, it's tough to get the car going on the banking when it's spaced like that.
Oh, he got it going, though. I got to give him props on that. He's got it going, but...
Yeah, this was...
Oh, and there goes the 38 of Davey. What happened to Davey?
Oh,
he spun around. Oh, we missed all the action. Man, we have to go...
61 got him.
oh, yeah, 61 came right up into him.
Ooh, and the 2 helped the 7, or helped the 38 from not getting it from the 7.
Okay, well, okay. Oh! Wow, and there goes the 38. Does he hit anything? Oh, and it's like you said.
Nothing.
Wow, good rate. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow, he
he
was-
had any more luck than that.
Yeah.
Even sliding like that through the grass, he's still driving that car. He's not just kind of locking it down and hoping for the best. He's still driving that car. Trying to keep it off the wall. But yeah, I think nothing Davey did right there. His 61 just came up a little bit too much. Let that car swing out. He's trying to keep that momentum up through the tri-oval. And just got a little bit too much.
Oh, and now the 2 and the 7 got into each other. Oh, and the 2 is DQ'd from the X's. Oh, wow. We have
he slowed up.
tempers flying.
And then, spun him under caution.
Yeah, he did. We seen it live here at Freaky Fast.
I can go back.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm kind of scared to say it, but at the same time, this is what I've been thinking. Don't pee off any drivers out here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the 2 is upset at the 7 for.
I was watching it. I don't know if it was just the checkup, and when they checked up. Everybody kind of checked up once they got there, and the 2 just wasn't paying attention. Kind of bumped the 7, got right, and then it tried to get out from under him. And as soon as that happened, the 7 went left, and he hooked him. I don't know if it wasn't intentional, but yeah, it was weird.
I mean, it's definitely not intentional because 7's just trying to not hit the 38.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm talking about after, like down on the back.
Oh,
stretch.
after.
On the back stretch, it looked like
odd.
it looked like a car blinked out and then didn't come back in, and it looked like the 7 checked up because he wasn't sure where that blinking car was, and then the 2 didn't realize he was coming down and hooked him, which unfortunately DQ'd the 2 because he hit his incident limit of tonight's race. So he is now behind the walls heading to the NASCAR hauler.
Okay.
I think that's what happened.
Yeah, it did look like because the 7, it's like he checks up and then kind of speeds up and checks up again, and I don't think that 7 with that 2 is ready for that second checkup.
Right.
Yeah. It made it intentional, but
Because you can see Ed Burrell actually, he had to go way down to keep hitting the 2.
I thought so. Well, it looked like it was, like trying to get him back, but at the same time, I thought I seen that blinking there for a split second, so
yeah,
wasn't exactly sure.
Yeah, now this puts Davey Hendricks back here in 12th after the spin with the 61 of Corey Cook there and Bryson Clark. Just looking back at that I just think Corey just got a little too high and turned the 38 there in the tri-oval on the 38. Ooh, he got very lucky not to get no damage. So we'll see how after this, first we go back to green here because can't make it to the end of this race on fuel, but we will see one more stop under pits. See who leads us there.
It's going to be interesting to see how Davey navigates this pack. He's been here for most of this race, so definitely a different feel from behind the wheel this run.
All right, well, official pace car is going to head in, and green's out, and we'll see how this all plays out again as they have completed 84 laps of 135 here tonight.
Another nice solid restart from everybody. Got single file pretty quick here, but I think that's all going to change. As we enter 3 is 22, Bryson Clark going to look to the inside of Corey Cook here for closely followed by, who is that right there? 62 of Zach Probst.
Oh, we'll have to see how that 38 of Davey, he's been up in the front all night. Now he's back in traffic, so now he has to move himself around 44 there. His teammate that's blinking a little bit there of Eric.
These guys starting to get really bunched up here at the front. 18 had a pretty big run on the backstretch, had nowhere to go, didn't want to put it 3 wide. This Corey Cook still trying to work that high line. He's just trying to keep second away. Zach there. On the inside is Davey. He's back there. He's going to look to the inside of Ed Burrell. Not quite there in 3 though.
No, but Jay Bell moved his way up through too, guys.
Yeah, he's up here to 7th.
10 had a massive run on Matthew Chastain on the inside, going into 1. Managed to clear him and get to the inside of the 18.
I was still 2 by 2 from 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. It's Bryson Clark there. He's checking himself out of the field there. At least trying to.
Gotta say, after a couple laps, that 10 looks pretty strong. If we get a medium-sized run here at the end of the race, he might be pretty tough to beat. If he's up in the top, 1st through 4th.
Well, and we are now got 47 laps to go, coming to 75 almost. We got 46 laps to go, so we know they can make it about 38 laps. You're going to have to put in a green-white checkered, at least one attempt at that. If you, I think you would need to tie. You would have to pit no matter what. So, but unless you're going to play that gamble game and try to stay out, pit, within the next 3-4 laps, run it. Get a green-white checkered, you might be able to save some fuel, and I don't think you're going to be able to hold off the field, but new tires for 3 laps stent run. But if you're one of them cars in the back, why not, right? I mean, what are you going to lose? Positions? Well, you're already in the back anyways.
Ooh, the 61, the 10 are getting feisty.
Yeah, that got pretty close to 61, got a little tight out of 2. The 10 was there, almost put him in the wall. That 10's making that outside lane work pretty well.
Yeah, we got hard battling going on back here with Matthew Chastain, Davey Hendricks, Eric Moore, Jay Bell. Oh, wow, Jay Bell here in the middle of it, 9th. With the 75 getting around the 44.
Look at
Dylan Parker up to the top. It's the run.
Now, I noticed you're getting such a run, but then, yeah, there's no place to go with it.
Yeah.
Ooh, 44 gets tight. Everybody behind him has to check up. 14-21 lose a lot of momentum there. Dylan Parker's going to be able to go around. The 8's going to pass Ed Burrell there in the 21. They somehow managed to sort that out. As this battle for second is still going on, Darren Cole still trying to work that outside lane over the. Oh man, that was close out of 4.
Hey, you got a huge push coming out of 4 there.
Yeah, you really want second place, and I don't blame you.
And they did it again out of 3, out of 4. Out of 2.
Hit the wall that time.
Yeah. That's going to open the door there for the 62. Oh, now the 18 sliding up. Wow, 18.
Man, he did a great job staying off of him.
Yeah, way out of the gas. Huge. And look at the run the 38's going to get here now on the high side.
Yeah, I gotta say, Davey Hendricks has done a great job navigating this field, just staying extremely patient, taking what is given to him. He's already worked his way back up to 5th place.
Yeah, it's definitely a heck of a drive there for the 38. See if he can get by his teammate here who does have a little bit of damage. But he's also on the back of the 62 is Zach here. But up front, kind of breaking away is the 21 to 61. So 38 can't lose sight of these leaders up here. But like I said, we will have a pit stop. So do have some long runs coming.
Oh man, 18.
18
Way on the inside. Oh, that's not
Very
good.
tight. That's not going to work.
Oh.
Yeah, 38 got put in a bad position
And here
there. So
comes
he's
the
going to make it
crossover.
pretty wide on the inside. Oh, as he gets into him.
Oh no! And they're two chase. You know, all them cars right there battling are chase drivers.
Oh,
Hard licks. Well, he's
J Bell hard lick.
now.
Oh wow! See if we can find what happened here. You said Jay Bell was involved.
It's going to be between
Right,
the 38 and 18.
Okay. Right there we see. Oh yeah. Oh, and the 18 hard into the wall. Oh, the 17 T-bone the 18. That 18 is all damaged. And they're chase drivers. Like I was saying earlier, guys, the 38, the 18, a lot of them guys, they were all chase drivers battling for that position. So how many of these guys have a quick repair left to fix it, or, you know?
Well, I mean, luckily, Davey Hendricks spun around that last caution, but he was able to stay off of anything, not have any damage, so he still has his fast repair. I think Jake Bell may or may not have his.
Well, that all depends. Sometimes you go down pit road and all it does is take a little love tap somewhere
true.
along the race, and then you go down and you forget to uncheck your quick repair, and boom, it's gone. And now you're like,
Yeah,
uh-oh, wow.
At Phoenix, we're going to Phoenix, and you cut that dog leg on the backstretcher, such a banking change that it can actually damage the side skirts of the car. And even though you won't have any damage, if you don't have that fast repair unchecked, it will use it to fix those side skirts, even though it's not hurting you at all.
Exactly. Which is nice that you can go in and, if you're a little guru tech, you can go in and edit the INI file to make sure every time you enter pit road to uncheck it.
Yeah, you can set that fast repair checkbox to either automatically be set to be checked or to be unchecked.
Yep.
That's just in that INI file. Some guys prefer it to be unchecked, and then when they want to use it to check it, other guys like it to be already checked and then just uncheck it themselves.
Right.
I really don't care either way.
And it looks like the 18 had his, because his car was totally gone, thank God. So he's still gonna be singing, I'm a survivor.
And the 38 is the survivor as well. He's a fresh one.
Check out the 17. The 17 looks like he's got... Yeah, he looks like he's okay.
It's like the, what was it, the All-Star race of 02? Whichever one it was that, it had rained on the track, and the track was still wet. And
Charlotte.
NASCAR made them.
All-Star race.
Yeah, I knew it was the All-Star race. I couldn't remember what year though. But,
2001.
Okay, I was a year off. I thought it was 02, so 01, yeah. Jeff Gordon had slid and wrecked his car, and NASCAR allowed him to bring up the backup cars. I think some other guys did as well. Jeff Gordon comes back to win that All-Star race. A backup car. Which I think the way these cars are today, I don't think that would still be possible.
Yeah.
I think if you pulled up your backup car from outside of the truck and put it on the track in 30 minutes, I don't think it would be a winning car for them.
No, not today's standards.
We're on lap 101 of 135, so coming to the closing of this race. These guys are good on fuel from here.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about that. These guys still do, SlideJawb likes to put on some overtime, some green white checkers.
They definitely
So,
do.
We may or may not have some of those. I think with the way these guys are racing, just as how aggressive everybody is, how close we can race here tonight, I think it is a definite possibility.
I think if I was betting man, that'd be a pretty good bet there.
Well,
Put on maybe one of those just because it's coming down. This playoffs is going to be so close from points. You got to get every point you can. All these drivers are fighting for it. Dylan Parker looking good now in the 5th. It's swinging every which way so far, and see how it plays out.
Seems like every run the points get shaken up.
yeah, that's the truth. 1 minute we're thinking this, and the next minute it's not that, and you got him moving up. But Bryson Clark is going to take that 22 off, and green flag we go with 35 laps to go here, everybody.
Bryson Clark, like you said, taking off pretty well there. Corey cooking at 61. And that Budweiser machine going to get a good run cut out too. Does he force it to the inside? The 62 does a Zach.
Yeah, 61 decided to push that 22. Instead of look to the inside, 62 said, nope, I'm going to go to your inside. He's looking pretty good to be taking away that second position.
14, J Bell. Wow. He's up there fighting for it now.
He's going to try to ring somebody's bell.
Oh, look, here comes Davey Hendricks battle. Going to the inside, Matthew Chastain here. This is, everybody's coming back into the picture.
This is going to get real good here in a few laps.
And again, it goes back to we're trying to up here in the booth keep track of all the point standings, and you might just throw that out the window because, like you said, Brian, every run and every lap, it's fluctuating.
It definitely is, Robert.
All right.
As these guys fluctuate on the track,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Oh, now we got the 62 blinking there a little bit. That's a little dangerous with a pack of cars all around them.
14 slides up a little bit with 75 on his outside. Hendricks trying to look on the inside. Not quite there.
Very close to 3 wide for sure. And the 62, too much of that white line.
Yeah, white line's a good thing, but it's just like anything else. Too much can hurt you.
Oh, 14 there. J Bell 60 on the inside. Tough to do here. This is great racing between these guys all bunched up together.
Bryson and 61 there, Corey, they're liking this. They're like, okay, you guys just keep doing this.
Yeah, we got to remember they can make it to the end on fuel.
Yep.
So we'll have to pay attention to see how this plays out run-wise. Track position's going to be key here.
And tires. Tires. Who can save tires? And that, you might have a driver out there, everybody, that can save their tires, but depending on what kind of damage they have on the car is going to affect the way the tires wear. So, we're going to have to see how that all plays out too, Brian and Zach, because of the damage,
For sure. And,
got to the outside of the 22. It's going to be looking clear here out of 4.
Oh, and the 10's into the
14
wall.
On the 7, I think, is out.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, 7 involved in a lot of unfortunate stuff here tonight.
We'll ride with Darren here on the back. He's right behind Ed Burrell there, going into 3 and 4. It's off the gas, on the gas, off the gas, and the thing just slides up, and there was no grip at all. You could see him turning the steering wheel to the left, but there's nothing he could do. The thing just totally slid.
Yeah, these cars and these tires don't like a lot of wheel put into them. So, you can turn the wheel as hard as you can, but if you're going past that limit of the grip of the tires, there's nothing you can do.
Right.
At that point, you're just along for the ride.
Right, and that's what happened. He had so much wheel into it that, like you said, it basically loses lateral grip. And once it loses that, it's going to slide no matter what you do. And the only way to correct it is get off the gas pedal.
Yeah, I mean, at the point he was at, he probably could have used some brake right there, but just got to the gas a little bit too soon in that corner. And, that's Darrell Waltrip used to say a lot, drive these cars with the throttle, not the steering wheel. You just use that steering wheel to compensate for what the car's doing on or off the throttle. So, and even though the package is completely different than what he was doing back in the day, it still does apply because tires don't change. Tire science is constant.
Yes, very, very true, very true.
Until they come up with something better than rubber.
Well, that was the old tire. I mean, the old cars back in the day is what Darrell Waltrip was talking about. I feel today's cars, playing with your, what you explained there, Brian. I agree, but these things are so equal now that it's hard to drive the car with the throttle. I guess maybe the way the package is made, it's not made to drive by throttle anymore. It's made to just hold the thing down and turn the wheel as far as you can turn it, until you can keep going, I guess is what I'm trying to say, with this new package that they have. Now, I could be wrong, but that's just the way I see it now. Last year's vehicles, you had to drive it with the throttle. You had to use the throttle to get it to rotate. You had to use the throttle to get it to turn. And that's something that I was never, ever good at. And I always struggled icy feeling loose car because I didn't know how to drive the car with the throttle. I was never taught that. I've always got taught racing, growing up in racing, that I've always mashed the gas, get off the gas, mash the gas. And that's what these cars do now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this package is pretty much that now, but it can get pretty racy. It does come out. We definitely had an upgrade, I'd say, with the package due to the dirty air being more realistic with fallen race cars. Really taking the advantage or giving the advantage to the leading race car. So, and also getting the draft from that car. So, it's definitely an interesting package to race with, to say the least. And the beginning laps are be as aggressive as possible. Get what you can because that's as clean as air as you can get. So, it's what we have to play with now, and these drivers are using it to the best of their capabilities here. So we're going to come down to a pretty wild finish here, I must say.
And you brought up a good point there, Zach. At the start with fresh tires, you get what you can, and you just got to go, full board with these cars and just drive the crap out of them, get every position you can, and it winds up leading to pack racing no matter what track we go to. But if you get a long green flag run, well, I don't even want to say we'll get a long green, but 7 laps into that run, if it's, it all equals out to the point that these cars are so equal on lap times that you're not going to catch that car in front of you unless he messes up. So you have to get him within the first 7 laps of new tires, or you're just not going to get him. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, my good rule of thumb is if you're going to be making passes later in that part of the run, you're going to have to be a good 10th to a 10th and a half faster on average than that person ahead of you.
Yep.
And because when you get behind, you lose that performance. And like I said, my biggest thing always in this package is break even through the corners, and then gain down the straightaways with that draft. And if you can do that, you can follow. But if you can't break even in the corner and you lose too much time, the draft just won't even bring you back really. So it's a momentum based package, and if you lose momentum, it's hard to get it built back up. So this pace car's about to burn his tires and gain some momentum, but this pack's about to gain a lot of momentum.
That's right. I was getting ready to go back green here with 24 laps to go.
Green flag,
And
green flag.
green's out as that 61 of Corey Cooks is off, and we'll see if he can hold off that 22 of Bryson Clark.
It got a good jump there, has a decent gap, but that's going to hurt him here at a 2. That draft, like Zach was talking about, is going to punch him right back together as David Hendricks up to 4th.
Yeah, that's what we're going to have to watch here. He's been really the dominant car, I'd say, today. And look, he's getting a big run shoved to 22. I think his biggest thing is he needs to stay on this bottom, use this bottom to his ability to get the second and then get to the lead.
Grief, and look at Dylan Parker driving it up there in the mix of things with that broken car.
Yeah, right when you think, oh, and he's going to go to the inside of 38. I don't know
He
about
thought
that
about
one.
it.
That's a dangerous move. But guess what? This is a dangerous time of the year. You got to get what you can. Get the points. I thought he was out of it earlier. Now he's back in.
You seeing that 22's being really smart. He knows that 38 is going to have a lot of momentum, so he stays on the bottom lane on the backstretch. That's a really smart move to make. Don't give him anywhere to go.
Does it again through the front straightaway, Brian. Good point there. Given that 38 to draft. The 38 is going to think the pick, stick it in the middle, though.
Try to
He's going to back
squeeze it.
out. I like the position of the 61 here, though. I think I was about to say the 22 is going to have a problem here in a second. The 61, that's why he's giving the draft back to the 38. But his entry is just so shallow. You want to? I always have preferred a shallow entry here, but
That's very shallow.
Very shallow.
That's too shallow. You're burning up a lot of right front doing that, which is going to hurt him here in about 5, 6, 7 laps.
Yeah, it's gonna load the car up there on that apex in the farthest point in the corner there. The 38 there, he can't get nothing done there, so he's gonna pull up to the outside, try to maybe push the 61 around the top.
It's gonna work out.
The 62. Such an interesting package here. It's completely different. It swings for you see this type of racing too. You could be a guy that's amazing at this, but as soon as the tires fall off, you can be a dead rock. And
38 really gets out of the gas there, looking for a good exit here in the 4.
I think the 38 is going to get to this outside, Brian. I think, there's a corner.
Matthew Chastain is into the wall.
Playoff drive.
The 38, can he get to the outside of the 61?
Oh, he is. I think we're going to be 3 wide out of 2.
Got to remember the 61 and the 38 had some issues earlier. The 61 blocking the 22. He says, I might be a non-playoff driver, but I want to go out here and race like it's playoff time. Hard racing off the corner. 38, big run. Davey Hendricks.
Going to lead this lap.
What a comeback from this 38, I must say.
Yeah, he's got to be careful, though. He doesn't have his mulligan left. He used that up earlier. 61, ooh, it gets real tight. They may have touched.
It was a slight touch there. But the 38 is going to clear here. Where does he go? Straight to the bottom.
I think if it stays green, I think that 38 might be our winner.
That might have been the I was just about to say that might have been our pass for the win. But it's never over till it's over, that's for sure. Bryson Clark fighting hard on the outside of 61. That top side's coming in really nicely here as the pack is starting to get a little bit tighter and loose and starting to have to lift. You get freight train to 61 close to the door.
Yeah, he was looking kind of squirrely there on the entry 3. Couldn't quite get the weight of that car to settle down.
Yes, you got a battle there with the 18, the 10, and the 62 there, Brian. This is some playoff implications too. Wow, he's just got battles everywhere. This is tight racing.
And I think the 10 definitely, I think he's got a better car position-wise than he is right now as he gets tight. He's going to have to back out of it.
Definitely.
I think he does have a top 5 car, but he's got to get there and not push those tires to the limits just yet.
Yeah, and Jay Bell there looks to the inside of him.
Wow, there's battles all over this track trying to keep up with everything. It looks like we have Let's see here, all the way back to 6th position. It looks like we're all single file now.
Yeah, this is when, those different lines, the different driving styles are going to come into play. Everybody kind of evenly spaced out, single file, 1st through 6th. This is where we're going to see some guys gain and some guys lose depending on the line they're running.
Yeah, I'm going to be interested here to see how Corey Cook's pace is, Brian. He had similar pace to the 38, and he had to come from a couple cars back this time, and he was fighting for the lead. So let's see if he can stay in tow with this 38, and he's already putting the pressure back on the 22.
Oh, he does have a fast car, like you said there, Zach. Oh,
Ooh,
and the 3, I think he actually scraped the wall.
Yeah, the 3 did. I think the 62 did too.
Wow.
There's the 62 is Zach trying to make the bottom work. Here comes William in the 18.
And Corey Cooks is now setting his sail to that 38 there of Davey Hendrick. He got by Bryson Clark.
That's he did. Great pass.
And that's one of the chase drivers right there, so he lost the position. With 11 laps to go.
Davey Hendricks in control now. Let's see if this 61 can take it to him. Davey Hendricks needs maximum points in this race. He needs to make up ground on that 3 car. He's done it a little bit in the stage tonight. Not too much game, but he's led the most laps, I believe. And we got some more.
10 sends it on the inside of the 62. It's into him a little bit. Can he save it?
Saves it, but he's come back up.
Huge. Ed Burrell is just, let's ride with Ed, because he just went for a roller coaster ride. Let's see if we can go into the roll bar here with Ed and see what happens up here going into turn 3 and 4, guys. And we can see up the 10 into, and 62 comes across, and nothing Ed could do, just got clipped, and around he goes, and around in a circle, and I don't know if Ed has a quick fix or not. I think he should.
Well, this caution is good news for everybody not named Dave.
Yeah, this puts the ball in his court now to pit, and coming down to these late race restarts here, it's anybody's game with this draft. So see what Davey does. He's definitely going to come down here. I think we may see a call for 2 tires, if maybe. So
yeah, I was just going to say that. We're going to see who's going to take 2 tires, who takes that gamble. Just with that left front wear, especially at this track, as old as this asphalt is, 2 tires is going to be very, very sketchy. But it could work. We've seen it done before. Definitely would take a full fuel. The weight of the fuel does not outweigh the gains of the aerodynamic.
This will be our last stop of the night for sure. You won't see them come down if we have another green-white checkered, or have a green-white checkered.
Yeah, we're still thinking if that caution came out 2 laps later, it would have been green-white checkered. So not quite keeping the streak alive here at SlideJawb yet.
We'll see the 61. No 2 tires. The 22 is going to beat the 61 out. 3 has a really bad pit stop. The Dylan Parker, though, losing big ground.
It's actually kind of bad news for Bryson Clark in the 22. He probably should have let the 61 pass so he can start on the inside here for this restart.
Yeah. We also seen the top go work there. They got around him there as he was leading the bottom. So you never know the top may come around with the amount of laps you have, but it is going to be very limited amount of time here. I think there's a lot going through a lot of these guys' mind right now. This is going to maybe be the one for the money.
Well, the question is do we see a green-white checkered?
I think it's very possible. We got this late race caution here. Not a green-white checkered, but you got all these guys bunched up, trying to win this race. We've seen
somebody's gonna make a crazy move here.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen crazy moves and intense battles all night. I think there's definitely going to be some doors banging, and fortunately, I think somebody's going to have to take a slide so we can keep that streak alive.
I think there's a 100% chance of contact here, somewhere in this back. It's inevitable here. This is coming down to the nitty gritty. It's going to get to be where you got to go and you can go, and it's going to be a heck of a battle. I can't wait to watch this end in here, see who can come out on top and win here at SlideJawb Racing Atlanta.
Yeah, this race has been great. You know, I can't get over these battles. I'm kind of almost surprised by them because sometimes, you know, we go to these 1.5 miles and some guys, a lot of guys can be kind of timid and not really want to race up until you get 10, 15 laps into the run where things kind of start spacing out, and that's when guys start making their gains. But it seems like a lot of these guys here tonight really want that lead early, really want that clean air, and want every single position they can get early on. And it's been fantastic. I've enjoyed this race a lot.
Yeah. Well, you know the famous words that you say, Brian, at the end is the pot boiling yet? Is it steaming? Do we got popcorn ready to go?
I think it was boiling at the end of stage 1.
Oh.
It's been boiling ever since.
All right. Well, apparently I've been sleeping.
It's been intense.
Well, hopefully everybody out there enjoyed the show here tonight with Brian Johnson and Zach Hall and Robert A. Moyer up here in the booth at Freaky Fest. As we got 6 laps to go here, and it's going to be actually 5 to go once we go back green here. So, sit back, grab your drinks, and get ready for some action-packed racing here at SlideJawb Racing League, brought to you by Colonial Riders. I'm actually getting excited. I don't know if you can hear it.
I'm trying to think of what's going to happen.
Yeah, we haven't talked to Bryce in a long time. What's that?
I'm really worried for Davey. He's been, you know, definitely has had the quickest car here tonight, but he's going to be under fire here. 5 laps to go, everybody's going to be on top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
I would not want to be in his position.
No, as we're going to find out, grab your popcorn, grab your drinks, pace car ducks in, and green's out. 38 held the line up a little bit. Got that good restart in the zone there. And he's shot out.
It's going to be bad. That's going to be bad for him out of 2.
Yeah, big draft here.
Jay Bell's up there, too. Let's not forget about him. He's running 3rd.
He's pulled the top. But he's going to have to block the inside with the big run here.
Oh, wow. What a move by Corey.
Yeah, this is going to get nitty-gritty here, guys. Corey Cook to the outside. Hard racing for the 38 here. This is going to be
down side by side. 4 to go.
4 to go. And we got 4 side by side.
And that 18, you don't know where to go.
Yeah, he's been there, you know. It's just
oh no! There goes to 61. And we're still under
off the
green.
track. I don't know if there's going to be a caution.
Yeah, no caution. No caution, and there's not going to be.
All that space gives the 22 a big draft right up to the back bumper of 38. He's going to go to the outside, out of 1, or into 1 rather. We got 3 to go now.
Wow.
Here comes the 18. He's won a race in the playoffs already. Can he win another?
Can he win another? That's true, Brian. And have a great points line tonight. The game baby over here, Dylan Parker, who is fighting with Noah there. Side by side here, 2 to go.
Dead even, 1,000 separating the 38 and the 22 that time.
They're trying to break a freaking fast record here tonight.
Again.
Sideways on the board.
That's a caution.
Oh, and there's our green-white checker. Holy mackerel.
And I got to point out, Corey Cook stayed on the lead lap, so he might have a fast fix to...
Yeah, if he's got a fast fix, he can come down, get that taken care of. He won't have a shot at the win.
Now, this sits in the... This really is interesting. Who
David Hendricks is screwed.
fits? Yeah.
Just plain and simple.
I do what he does, and that's the way I look at it when I'm racing him. But yeah, just a really tough position to be sitting here first. But I think his only call here is to maybe stay out. I don't think he can go down pit road.
Well, 4 out of the 5 drivers, the top 5 drivers, are chase drivers. We have Jade Bell that just missed the playoffs from, unfortunately, penalty he had just in the season. So he's out of the playoffs, but if it wasn't for that penalty, he would have been a playoff driver too. So, but anyways, unfortunately, he's not. So out of the top 5, like I said, 4 of the drivers are playoff drivers.
He's faking
no
it.
fake. What's yeah?
Oh, look, and here we go.
Wires.
So this doesn't look good for Dylan Parker here.
No,
he's near the end of that line. Eric Moore, Paul, do not believe.
Danger of losing positions from those new tires. And I did just hear over the radio there, the 38 is going to take the high side this restart.
I
don't know about that.
Very interesting call from him there.
I think he's
got teammate Jay Bell there. He does have teammate Jay Bell. So I think what he's going to do is we're going to try to time this restart together. Jay Bell's going to try to get a great restart with him and help him out.
Jay Bell's in 4th.
That's what I'm saying. If he starts on the outside.
Oh, that's right.
Right. But yes, I think that's what we'll see. But
I don't know. I think
look, the 4 pits. So that's even less. So it's just Dylan Parker and Eric Moore now, who will be on a road together, I believe. Yeah, 5th and 6th row.
The only thing I think Davey's banking on is that these tires have already heated up. They got a heat cycle in. They're already worn a little bit. I think he's banking on that high side to have better exits with these old tires.
I like that. Yeah, I think he's like I said. I think he's gonna try to pull his teammate Jay Bell here at the time to restart. Stick his hand out the window and wave to him. Try to get the best run possible, but we'll have to see. Does Jay Bell, if he has a chance, take the run on his teammate to get a win? I mean,
it's quite possible.
White flag waves. That's when all alliances go out the window in my books. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see because Davey's got a lot on the line here with the playoffs.
Yeah, Davey definitely needs to finish ahead of Bryson Clark as he's 2 points behind him in the standings. And then William Almond, both of those guys are chasing him. Bryson Clark, he's 5 points behind William Almond. So very few points to be gained here, but very valuable points to be gained.
Very, very true, Brian. Here is they line them up 2 by 2. Davey Hendricks, your leader, will start on the high line here with teammate Jay Bell in the 4th position. They're right behind him, but our bottom row will have Bryson Clark and William Almond, like Brian said there. So, yeah, this is going to get spicy. Don't leave your screens because we may have a few more cautions.
Yeah, it's quite possible if we don't take that white flag, we're going to have to rack them up again. So we got Davey Hendricks, Bryson Clark, William Almond are our top 3 right now.
First car starting on new tires is Brian Dees, 17.
And he's in 7th right now. So, I mean, if he gets a good restart and can get clear of everybody, he's got a chance.
Matthew Chastain here, so we'll see what new tires do. But pace car looks to pull in.
That's right. We're going to wait for that pace car to duck in here. First attempt at a green-white checkered here tonight as pace car ducks in. And, oh, wow, little check up there on the start.
Good restart. Trying to pull teammate Jay Bell, but the bottom line's pushing well. I think the 38's going to have to give up the top, and go down to the bottom. Bryson Clark's going to have a big run. He's going to try to take the outside as we're going to try to come to the white flag here.
Ooh, I don't know about this.
I don't know about
That'd
the
be a
season,
cost.
Brian. Racing hard with the 18 here. The 22 is
Really
clear. What does the 22 do coming off the 4? White flag is in the air. We will not get another caution. This will end our race here. The 18
the 18 drove that thing in deep.
And then, wow, the 3's getting the positions. The 3 up here with the 38. 38 hard on the quarter panel. With the 18 getting a big run down the back straightaway. But the 18's pushing and helping.
Oh, no. The big one. Oh, we got cars flying all over the place. I don't know.
Who's gonna win?
Paul Turner.
Holy cow!
Paul Turner wins this race, and Brian D's second.
I
What?
don't believe it. Paul Turner
Dylan Parker third.
is hanging out in the back to pack all race, staying out of trouble, doing his job, and misses that last wreck.
Wow.
Unfortunately,
Wow.
for,
Wow.
Hendricks
Wow.
there, he, I think he
Oh,
hit
man.
that X limit. He's gonna finish 9th. Got William Allman 10th, and Dylan Parker finishes 3rd. So
Wow. Dylan Parker
not
with a
good
great
news for
points
these
line.
guys.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't even know what to say, but the 17 sure is going to be happy to get what he got.
Yeah. Brian D's there.
Wow,
Wow.
this is going to close up the points quite a bit. Everything below first place.
Wow, and Paul. Wow, that was really wild. Paul Turner drove through a few cars. That was. Sometimes Lady Luck is on your side, and Paul Turner got it tonight.
And guess
I
what?
like his reverse burnout he's got going.
And he only needed to lead one lap, and he did.
Led the most important one.
The last one. Wow. Wow. Congratulations to him. That's
Did a
his
reverse burnout.
second window this season, too, I believe.
I think he got a stage win, Robert.
Oh, that was a
That's,
stage win? Okay, I do
Yeah,
apologize.
this is going to
but-
be his first win this season.
let's
Dylan
see.
Parker's got 4. William Allman 1. Bryson Clark 1 win. David Hendricks 2 wins. Or is that 3? 3 wins. Jade Bell has 1. And now Paul Turner can be added to that list of winners.
Wow. All right, well. Phew, man, guys. All right, well, we're going to get everything ready here for the post-race interviews here with this wild finish here tonight at good old Atlanta Motor Speedway, but we'll be right back after this quick word.
Nick Candy, what a move. Truex in the outside, contact made. 56 slides it into 4. Who's going to be into the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
All right, we're back after that quick word. All right, well, looks like we got our, well, we did.
Yeah, he hopped out of the waiting
Okay.
room. I can get a. I guess I can do Brian D's real quick. Then I guess we can pull him back down to the waiting room and see if he wants to come back in. But I can do Brian D's real quick if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they might be having a meet of some sort.
Something, yeah, maybe on there for sure. But
Yeah, none of our business.
yeah, for sure. And I will talk to Brian D's our second place finisher. Hey Brian, it's Zach up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you. How you doing?
Oh, doing good, Brian. Well, man, what a crazy finish there. You were actually the first car on new tires there on that green white checker there for us. But you came around for that final lap in 7th position, and you come out of here second after that wild wreck. Kind of describe what happened there, how you got through that.
Just like I drew it up. I'm really, really bad at restarts. I don't know why. I really need to work that out. But yeah, pretty much. I knew I was on the first car on fresh tires. I know Chastain was right there too. I pretty much kind of figured I'd probably just get blocked with nowhere to go. Everybody would be going to the low line. My plan was actually that last turn to just whip it around the outside and see what happened. And then I saw everybody start wrecking. Next thing I know, I'm coming out in second place. So, hey, I'll take it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Unfortunately, you did miss the first race of the playoffs, so you were in some bit of a point deficit here coming in tonight. But you definitely brought home some good points to maybe move you up a few positions with some other guys missing some races. So you can still go up the leaderboard. So we have Bristol coming up next week. How are you feeling for Bristol?
Bristol's one of those tracks for me that goes either way. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I hate it. You know, one of those love-hate relationships, I guess. So I don't know. We'll throw in some practice this week and see what we can do, I guess.
Definitely, Brian. Well, again, congratulations on your second place finish here tonight. And before I let you go, man, anybody want to send a shout out to?
Yeah, thanks to Colonial Riders and sponsors. Um, you know, sponsoring us for this league. Big thanks to you guys for broadcasting us every week. And shout out to P Performance Motorsports, my teammates.
Well, thank you very much, Brian. And again, congratulations on the second place finish. And we'll catch you next week.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, guys. That was our second place man, Brian Dees. I guess we could say Dylan Parker, if you're out there listening, and you want to come. Well,
Yeah,
actually, he
he
is
did
no
just
longer.
get down there.
Oh, is he? Oh, yeah, there he is. Okay, sorry
Yeah,
about that.
he's
Never
down
mind.
there waiting.
Okay, Brian, you ready for Dylan Parker, our points leader?
Yeah, send him on up here.
All righty then.
Hey, Dylan, it's Brian in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. Well, congrats on your third place finish to start out. A crazy finish, but crazy race for you in general. Had to start at the back and then work your way up through the front, and then had some trouble and had to start at the back and then got in some more trouble and still came out of here with third place finish after missing that crazy last lap wreck there. How was your race behind the wheel of that 3 car tonight?
Well, the race was it was stressful really because I decided to use my fast repair after getting put in the wall by 75, and then after that I get to the front. You know, I was racing everyone clean, and then the 10 car just comes up and drives right through me multiple times. It was just a matter of time before he dumped me. Eventually, he did. So that was pretty frustrating. I got back up to the front. I knew it wasn't race winning speed because I was down about 10 RPM and right side was pretty crinkled. So I just wanted to come out with the top 5 because that would be pretty decent points. But third place, I would definitely take that after tonight's race.
Yeah, definitely. You come into this race with a pretty decent points lead, and now with especially with that last lap wreck, a lot of your competition not getting the position and the points that they probably would have gotten, and you come out of here on top of for these playoff guys. Besides Brian Dees, who he had missed a race, so
Yeah.
you know, gains a few points on his other competitors, but you by far have a good hold on the championship right now as we head into Bristol next week. Bristol, as of late, has been kind of a unusual track with these cars. How are you feeling?
Get loose at short track. So I'm looking forward to that race. Just don't wreck and try to finish up front if I can.
That's what I like to hear. Loose race car driver right here. Well, before I let you go and celebrate your third place finish, is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
I'd like to give a shout out to you guys for doing a broadcast, William Martin for putting the league up, this Colonial Riders for sponsoring the league, And yeah, everyone else may do this. Just it's fun tonight. It's fun mostly tonight, but toward the end, it was kind of sucky for the other guys. Kind of feel bad for them because they didn't deserve to get wrecked out in that last part, but it is what it is.
Exactly. Well, you go celebrate that third place finish, and we'll see you next week at Bristol.
Yeah, I hope to see you there.
All right, that was Dylan Parker, our third place finish. I almost said second. Did a little backwards there, but our third place finish there, Dylan Parker, points leader also. But we also have Paul Turner, our winner for tonight. I think Robert's getting down to his car as he missed the wreck of the ages, I guess we could call, because that was a wild one.
Yeah, you got an extra pair of pants for him there, Robert?
Maybe. I have to send you guys out to the store. Go to Wally World. Paul Turner, Robert up here in the booth. Got a copy there, buddy.
10-4, Robert. You hear me?
Yep, I hear you loud and clear, man. Well. Last time we got to talk to you, you won a stage, and you were pretty excited about that. But how's this making you feel now that you got a victory now to put under your belt?
Well, that sure was fun. First victory in SlideJawb. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Kind of, didn't expect it. Just not in the playoffs. So again, trying to, not getting anybody's way that's in the playoffs. But after got a lap down, didn't have to use my fast repair until I don't know, what is it, lap 90 or 100. I finally used it, and when it got down to 7 to go, and then green white checker, okay, let's go. And I drove through cars, and when they wrecked on the last lap, and I was the first one to make it through.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. That last lap, coming out of turn 3 and going into 3 and 4, and you seen the carnage happen up there. What were you thinking, man? Because I don't know how you made it through it to get to victory, but you're at the right place at the right time.
Yeah, I knew it was the last lap, and they were, they're caution. They're going to let us race to it. So it just tried to go through where they weren't, and I made it through. I don't know how.
Oh, well, you get the victory here at Atlanta, man, and congratulations. You led one lap here tonight, and it was the lap that counted, the last lap. So doesn't matter, but hey, man, you get a victory, and you get ready to head off to Bristol next week. How do you feel about going to that track?
Bristol's always fun. Again, I'm not the best short track racer, so we'll race and try to get the best finish I can.
Oh, there you go. All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to on this victory here tonight?
Oh, yeah, just shout out to SlideJawb, just everybody that puts us all together. It's so much fun, and shout out to you guys for doing the broadcasting. I always enjoy watching the broadcast, and shout out to Longshot Motorsports. Hope they bring this home.
There you go. Longshot is having a great season here at SlideJawb. But congratulations again here up in the booth from Zach Hall and Brian Johnson and me, and we will catch you at Bristol next week, buddy.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
All right, that was our winner for tonight, the number 4 of Paul Turner, making it through the wreck of the ages in Atlanta.
Yeah, that was the wreck. This league puts on. Yeah, you can never sit back and say, well, this race is going to end boring, or that race is going to end boring.
It's never over till it's over.
Oh, yeah, they definitely put that stamp on that saying. What a race. Out of what I'm looking here in the standings, the unofficial results here is Davey Hendrick winding up 10th position, 1 lap down, led most of the race, and wow, he had a great car, and unfortunately, he's going to finish 10th. What do you guys think?
Well, you remember when I said when he passed for the lead, I said if it goes green, I think he's going to be our winner. Yeah, well, that went out the window.
Yeah,
you go ahead, Zach.
Oh, I was just gonna say the biggest thing that hits me is the points.
Yeah,
coming into tonight, he wasn't in the best. I mean, he wasn't in a terrible position. He gained as much as he could during the stage by winning the stage, but just unfortunately getting caught in that wreck there at the end. he's going to look to go into a must win every stage in these next 2 races type of deal, and that's tough to do. So I think it's slowly slipping out of his hands, but Dylan Parker's looking to put the grasp on it here, because his main competition there in the 18 was the closest guy, and he's actually had a 11th place finish also. So big night for that 3 car, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't exactly remember the finishing order for the stage, but Davey Hendricks and William, I believe, finished ahead of the 3.
Well,
So they gained.
I think the 3 finished ahead of the 18.
Oh, okay. So
I'm not
at
sure
least
though, but
Davey Hendricks gained a few points there,
right.
but now he lost some. Now the difference in points between 3rd and 10th and 11th isn't huge, but it definitely is. We're at a point where every single point matters, and I mean that's 7 points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with 2 races to go, Bristol, it's gonna be crazy. And
Speaking of
Auto
Bristol,
Club.
Auto Club. Okay, that's a decent last race. This is different from everything else that we've been to. It's different from a lot of tracks. Really, it's almost, depending on the weather. If we get some cool weather, it's almost similar to Daytona and Talladega, for the first 10 laps. So, but yeah, going back to Bristol, if these guys are racing here like they did at Atlanta, I could only imagine what Bristol is going to be like.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, that's our final thoughts of tonight's race here at Freaky Fast with SlideJawb Racing League, brought to you by Colonial Riders. Brian, you want to run through the final results here tonight, or unofficial results?
Yeah, let's do it. So tonight, your winner, we talked to him earlier, Paul Turner, is lucky and goes through that wreck unscathed on the last lap in turn 4. He's going to be your winner here tonight, Paul Turner in that 4, followed by Brian Dees. He's going to be finishing 2nd. Dylan Parker, our points leader, going to finish 3rd. Ed Burrell in 4th. Eric Moore in 5th. Christian, good grief. Matthew Chastain is going to be finishing 6th. Noah Mallory in 7th. Bryson Clark 8th. Jade Bell 9th. Davey Hendricks 10th. William Alman 11th. Corey Cook 12th. Darren Cole 13th. Zach Probst
results here tonight, here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, here with SlideJawb Racing League. And well, I'm going to take this time here before we head on off. I want to give a big shout out to Ford Entertainment Group, known as FEGPC. The mission is to get you into a driving sim of your choice: iRacing, Assetto Corsa, Project Cars 2, Race Room, or any one of many sim racing titles available, as well as other PC gaming titles. So make sure you go check them out at fegpc.net. Again, it's fegpc.net. And I'll hand that over to Brian, as after you get that awesome built PC, what are you going to throw on there next?
Yeah, well, you're going to go to ipitting.com and you're going to, just pop up your web browser and get yourself set up on that, because iRacing, they have some pretty good data points you can look up, but it's not the best organized, and it's not presented in a very good visual way. If you're like me and you're a visual learner and you like charts and stuff like that, then you need to head over to iPitting, because you can set up and a series board for your iRacing team. Say if you do road racing or even oval racing, really for anybody, it'll allow your teammates to see a very clear vision of every bit of data that they need: schedules, results, championship points, and standings. Any sorts of data, and like I said, it puts them in some really good visually looking charts and things that I really like to look at. It presents the data in a better way, and it's also a really good way to get your team and get that awareness out there for your team on social media. Facebook, Twitter, the 2 big ones, and then also easy to live stream to Twitch, right there on iPitting. Super easy, make it really, really very convenient. So head over to ipitting.com and they'll treat you right.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. That's also a great thing that you can do on that PC that you get from Florida Entertainment Group is you can go check out the Dirty Air podcast on 9 Eastern on Wednesday nights on Facebook Live at Dirty Air Podcast on Facebook. Also, you can check the Dirty Air podcast out on Spotify, iTunes, and Google Play. So remember to check out the Dirty Air podcast, sim racing and motorsports podcast with myself and Brian Johnson. So yeah, thank you for tuning in, guys.
All right, and thank you for all them sponsors here. And one more last shout out to Colonial Riders for sponsoring SlideJawb Racing League. But all right, guys, well, we're gonna pack our stuff up, get our suitcases ready, and we're gonna hop into the plane and we're gonna head to Bristol, Tennessee next week here with SlideJawb Racing League. But we will be live again this coming Thursday over with Area 51 as them guys are going to get ready for the round number 3 or 4 of their 6-week season running through the winter season. So make sure you tune in Thursday night at 9 o'clock. We will be live on YouTube, Facebook, our normal platforms that we're always on. But make sure you hit that like and follow and share button. We do much appreciate it. But until then, have a safe week from Freaky Fast. God bless everybody. Love yous all. Peace out.
Later, y'all.